How's it going today? Today we're going to talk about the free ways Robinhood day traders are losing money. This is kind of the thing. Well, I should say just day traders and everything. I'm going to talk about it. The reason they lose money and why 80% of day traders lose money, which I think that's a bogus statistic. I think that's not fair. That's like saying that everybody's losing money if you day trade actually. But here's the thing. I mean, the way I look at it, only about anybody, it's a very low entry point to get in. I mean, hell, you get $1,000. Is that guy really day trading? I mean, I guess he's doing it, but you know what I mean? That's how it. Anyway, we're going to get into it. Make sure you like and subscribe. I pick stocks and everything on my channel to help you guys out. And companies, I do the research. You basically just buy them and see what you like them and everything like that. So make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to get in the free ways that they lose money and the horrible mistakes they do is the first one. Let's get right off. They don't have a plan. And I've seen this so many times. I've seen it so many times in trading. This is not really an investment philosophy. This is almost like just a trading philosophy. They don't know when to get out and I've seen it so many times. I mean, how many times have you done this, or anybody, you bought a stock at 100, it goes down to 95, you're down 5, let's say 7%. And you're down some money, you know what I mean? And then you're asking the question, when should I sell? Well, you should already know when to sell before you even take the position. If you're trading properly, you should know when you get out, when you're going to take profits, when you're going to cut losses, right before you even take the trade. You know what I mean? So let's say you think let's say it's at 100, you think there's some support there, you buy it at 100. But then you're thinking, well, if it breaks below 100, it breaks below, let's say 98, I'm getting out. That means that trend is broken. There's no money to be made. That trend, my philosophy was broken. And let's say I'm going to take profits that maybe I think it go up 5. I mean, up 5%. I mean, and that's 100, 105. So, I mean, you know when to get in, you know when to get out, and then you make the trade. A lot of people, they take the trade thinking, it's going to bounce, and then they don't know when to get out. They don't know when to get out. They don't put their stop losses, and they just try to guess. I mean, no, you think through it, you execute it, and just stick to the plan. A lot of people don't have a plan. They don't have a strategy. They just buy it thinking, it's going to go up. Now I'm down 20%. I should have sold. Well, you probably should have, before you took the position, you should know when to get out. You should know when to take profits, when to cut losses. Because I've seen these people, they get obliterated. And then they ask, when should I sell? Well, you sure already knew that before you took the position if you're trading properly. I mean, what kind of trading teaching or training did you get? I mean, name one good trader that doesn't know when to get out. I mean, it's none. You can read any trading book or anything like that. You take the position. You got to know when to get out. And that's your research. It just depends. It just depends on where the support is. What's the value, or you can look at the valuation of the company. I believe it maybe had a bad quarter, now below its book value or below its discounted cash flow model, and I'm getting in. But if something goes wrong with it, I'm going to get out, and I'm going to cut my losses at maybe, I believe it shouldn't go below 20, or whatever. And then as soon as it goes below 20, maybe that's a 3% loss. And you have to understand risk management. You have to understand what I call the profit ratio. Basically, what that is let's say you think the stock can go down 3%, but the stock could go up 1%. Well, that's a horrible profit. Well, the profit ratio, you at least want it 2 to 1. You at least want your profits, every single time you go into trade, you want your profits to at least double your losses. So let's say you go in at 20, or you think it's going to go up. The possibility you put your stop loss at a free loss, at 3% loss. Well, your profits should be at least 6% loss, 6% gain. If it's a 1-to-1, that's not a very good trade. If it's a 6-to-1, you're basically risking, 3% of your money to gain 6% or 7%. That's a pretty winning trade, because you have to, realistically, if you do the 1-to-1 ratio and you're wrong, you break even. That's a break even. But let's say if you're right majority of the time, let's say 60%, and you gain more money than you lose, obviously you're going to make money. That's the thing. You have to understand, and you have to understand where is the resistance, when I'm going to take my profits, when I'm going to cut my losses. And you have to understand that. You can't just go out there and buy it because it's up and then be down 20%. Oh, should I sell it? Well, and if you would have thought that the risk management, like what I call the profit ratio, you should, if you cut your losses at 20, you think that it's, when you originally took a position, it was going to go up 40 or 50%. And well, that didn't happen. So anyway, number 2, and this is basically really nothing to do with trading or anything like that, this is just basic knowledge of the situation, is basically they buy junk companies. I've seen this so many times. If they would just stick to good companies. I only trade probably 10 stocks that I trade. And when I look at a position, I don't go chasing the next trend. I don't go chasing Bitcoin and the cruise lines and this and that. Like right now, a lot of people, they get burned because you don't know where the top is. You don't know where the top is. I've seen it with these cruise line or just anything. It was this other thing there, or that Hertz. You don't know where the top is. So you see all these people making money, then you think you can make money. That's not a winning strategy. You're just going to lose money every single time. That's straight up gambling. In my opinion, that is not trading. That is not investing. That is not day trading. That is not trading. That is straight up gambling. If you don't know, if you're just buying it because it's going to go up, I don't care who you are, that is not a winning strategy. That is how you lose money. 100% you will lose money. But you might gain it. You might get lucky, but good luck with that. I don't recommend any of that. And that's the way you're going to be with that. Then you can just be on with that and try to gamble your way to do it and go get a lottery ticket, because it's basically the same thing. If you don't have a strategy with trading or investing, you're basically just gambling. That's basically, it's not even day trading. So that's why I was saying at the beginning of the video that 80% of day traders are not really day traders. They call themselves day traders and traders, but they're straight up gamblers. You know what I mean? They don't have the skills or the training or the knowledge to do it, and they're straight up gambling. It's some guy that I got my $1,000. Let's go throw it in the stock market. And this stock, I go Google the top stocks or top 5 stocks to buy now, 5 penny stocks to buy now on Google, and then buy them all, then lose half my money and say, well, it's rigged. And I've seen that so many times, and I'm telling you that a lot of that stuff is just straight up gambling. A lot of these gurus and stuff like that, I could tell you this, and they're straight up, a lot of them, they make more money selling you them products, you know what I mean, than actually give you the advice, than actually, you know what I mean. You always got to ask them. If you're giving me that advice to buy that stock, do you own it? The majority of the time, and then if they say no, well, if it's so great investment, why don't you put your money in it? And majority of them don't. It's like what Warren Buffett said in one of his quotes. Wall Street is one of these places where people take advice from people that drive fancy cars while they take the subway to work. The investor, you know what I mean? That's how it is. And you see it a lot on the internet anymore, where a lot of these gurus, like get rich and this and that. Do they even do their own advice? Do they take their position? Now, if they do, some of them are good. But some of them, they're scams. They're straight up scams. They're fake. They tell you how to do this and do that. Do they actually take that position? Because if they can double their money every week, they'd be a multi-billionaire by now. But they're not. They're worth maybe $1 million. And, $1 million, you can get rich off selling people a course for $100 or $1,000 or I saw them go for $10,000. Yeah, you can get rich doing that. All you have to do is to sell 100. You just have to find 100 idiots to give you $10,000 for your course. But anyway, all I got to say is that's not what I do on this channel. Every single stock I review and view it, I own stocks and positions in every single one I recommend. Because if I recommend it to you guys and I think it's good, I'm going to buy it also because it's good for me. But anyway, now the number free thing that a lot of people make in day trading is they think it's easy. They think they can print money. I seen this guy, he was talking. It was, I forget, was it DraftKings or it was some guy from Barstool or something. He's like, oh, I'm over here printing money. It's so easy. That gives you a false sense of reality. And it's shameful because these Wall Street traders and stuff like that, they work it's a full-time job to be a day trader or really a trader. You have to put in the work and the knowledge and understanding of it. A lot of people just don't. They just don't put the money. They think they can, oh, wow, I got this hot stop tick off the internet. I'm just going to buy it. It's going to go up and I'm going to sell it. Easy money, just like printing money. I can just hit print money. I shouldn't hit the buy button. I don't hit the buy button on my Robinhood. I just hit the print money. I just print money. It's just right there. It just prints money. If you think it's that, that's a false sense of reality. If some guy says I can double your money every week, you run away, because they can't. I'm telling you, they can't, because you have to just sit back and think. I mean, how rich are these people? I mean, hell, once you hit $100 million, then you'd be worth $200 million, then $400 million. And hell, why don't he just keep doing that? Why is he selling the courses? You can double your, then you sit in $1 billion, it's $2 billion. You make $1 billion a week. Well, good luck with, you know what I mean? They don't. Because they could sell these courses. And I'm not trying to attack them. Some of them are good. Some of them are actually good. I see on the internet. We're not going to get into that, but if some guy says, I just print money, I can double your money every week, run away. Because a majority of those people, they can't, they're lying about that. I mean, let's face it, there's no way they're 100% right 100% of the time. I mean, how they'd be, like I said, be multi-billionaires. And they're not. They're worth maybe $1 million. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Leave your comment. Anything like that, any questions you got more about it, the topic, and that's all I gotta say, really. And make sure you like, subscribe, where I pick stocks on my channel, and thank you for watching. Thank you.